Those are I actually ate them. They were really good when I went to Olive Garden. So, I agree. So let's share. Put this in event. And everywhere else. Okay, so the event should be starting in 9 minutes, where we'll start reading everything that we hate, everything that we love, and every little dream we've ever had. So, new Ace combat game. I haven't really. Oh well. Okay, so is that all? Is that everything? Yep, that's everything set. Let's start talking about console here, because that's what I have right now. Console. I'm looking at console right now. The story. Yeah. Uh, Console. A new piece has been set in the grand game of superheroes. It's a wormfic, with one hand set to flip the board and break out the video games. But first, he has to deal with bullying wards and his new powers. Not quite a gamer-fic. The power here is, he can eat video game discs. You know, like, if he had a God of War disc or Halo disc, he could eat those. For some reason, it's a very powerful power, because he becomes the main protagonist of those games. Now, the stupid thing is, this guy doesn't eat doesn't eat video game discs of like super powerful characters. He does Master Chief, for one. Not Kratos, but Master Chief. Not Doomslayer, but Master Chief. There are like dozens of video game characters that would utterly trounce the worm setting as protagonists. Kratos, Doomslayer somewhat, but he wouldn't really last against Scion, but Doomslayer has a good chance of beating pretty much almost everyone. But Ashura from Azura's Wrath, we have, what, Mega Man? Mega Man 2, I think? His feats are weird. Mega Man is weird. Doesn't he have like a feat where he blows up the world or survives that or something? I completely forgot about the Mega Man franchise. I don't like it. Well, let's get to reading. Olympic Valley was a terrible school. The neighborhood was poor and infested with loose gangs of bored teens looking for something interesting to do. Whether that was drinking, drugs, girls, or crime, the teachers didn't care about anything. Their students, their education, or their sobriety. As long as they showed up, the teens could put up their feet and chat as long as they pretended to take notes and put forth a modicum of interest in tests. Okay. So, when they were approached by the Seattle chapter of the PRT with the intention of sending a ward there, along with a generous stipend, the SCAR director could have demanded the principal. It's not even spelled right here. It's principal as in like a set of rules or guidelines, or whatever, to pull his pants down and bend over his desk while shoving a cactus up his ass. They would have done it in a heartbeat. For the first time in years, the faculty actually gave a shit. Effort was put into raising the abyssal grade level, money sunk into cleaning up the grounds and building and to replace the outdated textbooks. And hey, if the ward was a bit of a troublemaker, who cared? Money was money. Olympic Valley still sucked, just marginally less so. Except for one person. For him, Olympic Valley went from sucked to hell when Raymond Harper showed up. Harper wasn't like the other kids. He was hale, muscled and tanned, with a white smile and sparkly eyes that made girls swoon. So, already, Raymond Harper seems like the ward that's being sent, right? Why is this just basically a rehash of Worm's original start? Okay, so, let's look at the similarities. Worm starts off with Taylor Hebert, we're told about Winslow. Taylor Hebert is getting bullied, shoved into a locker, and triggers because of this assholeless bitch. That's a ward named Shadowstalker, aka Sophia S. Okay, let's see what this happens to this guy. He was a laser pointer in the kiddie daycare, and he did not like to be ignored. Those who paid him no mind were made to, sometimes with a smile and a bouncy feeling like a chest full of helium, or a frown and a headache like an ice pick to the frontal lobe. In time, everyone paid attention to Raymond Harper, except one. That one was Saul DeWitt. He was quiet and awkward except when the subject was video games, a chubby teen who wore glasses and sat in the corner with either a book or a game in hand. So plain was he, the eye passed over him and when he stood near a wall. When Harper had talked to him the first time, DeWitt had made an disinterested noise and left, trying to keep his head down as he had for years. The second time, DeWitt had the beginnings of a headache forming, so he made his excuses and left. No matter what Raymond Harper did, Saul DeWitt would not pay attention to him. Him, athlete, the best-looking guy in school, the best and brightest this shitty school had to offer. As when it started, it was small at first. Swiped lunch here, some missing homework there, and then it got worse. It accidentally spilled soda, dumped into his backpack, pushing the books off his desk, tripping him in the halls, and occasionally breaking into his locker to steal his games. Saul took it to the teachers. They told him he was overreacting. Then maybe he should take his nose out of the books and interact with his peers. It didn't get better. They stole his games, stole his books, stole his homework. In gym, they'd target him, bouncing dodgeballs off his face until it bled, tripping him in the field until his hands and knees were raw, and yet through it all he kept quiet. When he realized the faculty would do nothing, he clenched his teeth, squared his shoulders, and soldiered on in stoic silence. He dreamed of revenge, keeping careful notes hidden under the bed, waiting for the day that anyone cared enough to look close at and see his suffering. Nobody did. Yeah, this is literally just a rehash of Worm. If you had game powers, you need a power glove. If I had game powers, I'd just become Kratos and one-shot literally everyone. Or hell, if I had game powers, I'd just become the protagonist of a tycoon game. Think of it that way. You just grab the monopolistic power that is in a tycoon game and you become rich. Easy as shit. It's not even that difficult of a power to realize how easy it is to break the world with it. Hell, why not, in fact, you make the video games? And then you just eat the discs of those video games, and now you get more powers. Wow, what about that? That seems like an amazing power. And idle games aren't really all about money. Some are, but like most of them, I don't think they'd work in a real world at all. It's not like you're building a corporation. Cookie Clicker, for example, isn't really about building a corporation, nor is there anything put into the thought of it. However, Game Dev Tycoon actually does have you start in the basement, you make video games. Video games may suck, but at least they're video games. They make money. Not a lot at first, but eventually you make millions from a single game, even if it was a small one. But Adventure Capitalist and Cookie Clicker are both not really. I don't think you can even eat those. Do those get on discs? Because that's the requirement. It has to be a CD or a DVD or something for this power to work. Still though, this guy is clearly just a rehash of Taylor Hebert, and even then, he's just a pussy version of it. He's like the most pussy-ass nerd there ever is. Oh, everyone has to pay attention to Raymond Harper. Bro, if Raymond Harper went after everyone, he would get his ass kicked real quick. I don't know what people think of when they think, schools. A decade ago, bullies get their ass punked in school when they try bullying randoms. Raymond sounds hot, though. Yeah, unlike Saul DeWitt. What a fucking name. Alright, let's continue on. Wait, hold on. I got a burrito, apparently. It looks nice. Possibly? I don't know. Saul do it. That's the name of the character. Man, the rice here is good. Wonder what Mexican restaurant this was from. Anyways. It didn't get better. Wait. Through it all, nobody did. Wait, where was I? Keeping notes carefully hidden under his bed, waiting for the day that someone, anyone, cared enough to look closer and see his suffering. No one did. It got worse. He was pushed down the stairs, dislocating his shoulder. Rusty tacks slipped in his shoes. His lunch is stolen or soiled. The door slammed on his foot, nearly breaking it if not for the half-rotten doorway. Obsession with Cortana. And through it all, blinding pain in his head, like nails would be driven into his skull, his skin flayed by knives of glass. And then one day, it stopped. For the first time in 10 months, nothing happened. Saul was left alone, sitting in the back of his classes, afraid to relax lest a possum jump out of his backpack. When the school day ended, the crowd of students marching onto the buses, exhaust thickened the air. As he left it all behind, Saul allowed himself a quiet sigh of relief and the tiniest glimmer of hope that the day was a potent of things to come. That was a mistake. Halfway home, Raymond Harper and two of his closest cronies ambushed him outside of an electric recycling facility. Under his direction, they bundled the other teenager into a skip full of broken and old technology, stealing his phone, his wallet, and his backpack before dumping it inside and slamming it shut. The final echoing click of a lock being secured. It sealed his fate. This shit is retarded, to be honest. Okay, so it's literally a rehash of Worm, except in a different location, with a less interesting character. Let's also realize that Raymond is clearly a ward, as the story all but explicitly reveals. You know? It's not interesting reading a fic where, a guy just gets bullied for no fucking reason. Raymond Harper is just an asshole for no reason. It makes no sense. It doesn't... You know, it's not interesting. Why is Raymond Harper this way? I mean, Sophia Hess suffered this problem too, but like... why the fuck is this guy in the story if all he's doing is bullying someone? Why is he not getting beaten up? Because he's a ward? That makes no sense. What is his power? Because I swear, if it's something like ridiculously powerful, I'd be done. Because he literally just seems like Sophia Hess, Painkiller. What does Painkiller do? I mean, I understand what painkillers are, but is this guy's power literally just being a brute and ignoring pain? Oh, did somebody... Oh, somebody added me. Hold on. What was that? He can detect when CDs are eaten. Join the thread. The thread is, where the discussions are happening. I don't have, like, the... where? It's, I say thread. It's right here. It's right here in this channel. Okay, so, anything digital can be burned onto a disc. You could put a cookie clicker on one. I mean, kind of. You need to pay $60 per power-up with that power. You can eat them in stores, $0 or cyber-pirate them all before burning. No walk to store. Sir, please stop eating Gears of War CDs. I am a god! I love this shit. Thank you for making me laugh, man. What thread? Anyways, so are you guys in the thread now? Or nah? I see Job is, but... Okay, if you need more help on how to join a thread, this little button at the top, it has one next to it. You click that. There you go. Aight. Okay. I should probably get a fork for eating. Okay. I actually do need something to drink, though, so I'll be getting that right back because I probably need that for a long reading session. Hold on. Alright, I have my drink. Alright, I have everything I need now. Let's begin. The tormenting session of reading console once more. Where was I? I would say this is the worst day of my life. It started out better than usual. My aunt had grabbed a box of my favorite cereal last night. I just finished BioShock again on hard. My pirated copy of Prototype had come in the mail. I can see why that guy sold it to me at such a steep discount. A normal city ravaged by monsters that tore people to shreds and capes that kept making things worse? No. Of course a world constantly suffering from Endbringer attacks would want to buy games about normal people getting completely fucked over by giant monsters. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much his power. His power is he gains the powers of people in the game. He becomes them, basically. Which is why I think it's stupid he didn't eat, like, Infamous, God of War, so many games with ridiculous characters. I mean, Kratos literally shatters creation. So, I don't know why he's not picking that. There are a dozen other games. He could probably manipulate reality if he ate a Pong disc. Let's be real. Alex is like Deadpool. He's not that strong. Especially in Worm, where he'd get obliterated by any anti-matter cape, you know? Nah, not really. Shards are not. You can't really take shards and use their powers. That's not how shards work. I don't think that's how they work. Shards would literally eat away the infection. These are supercomputers on a level that's beyond quantum computing entirely. These are also computers that understand biology in specimens. Most of them would laugh it out. These aren't things that can be infected that easily. It's not like a virus. What would I think would happen if he had his kid came? Baby shark doo 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 doo. Corona Pollentia might work. I don't think so. That's just a portal to the shard. That's not the actual shard itself. So that'd be like eating. So some guy shoots out a carrot at because that's his power. He shoots carrots, and you eat the carrot, and you gain his power. That's not how that works. Shards are not biological. They're crystals. No, Noelle works by copying the power. Because her shards, for some reason, deals with copying other shards. Mimicking them. It's not real, actually using the shard. I mean,
Eidolon summoned by Noel kind of sucked compared to real Eidolon. The only reason he was so powerful, he should have died to Emerus or whatever his name was, Meriden. Meriden should have kicked his ass with no effort. Let's be real. But the only reason she was able to copy people is because, well, that's her shard power. She was also a thinker shard, which is different from warrior shards, which is different from Abaddon shards. Don't ask me how. I don't know. Wildbow world building sucks. It takes complete copying of the person to grab their power, but as soon as that person dies, the power doesn't work. Bonesaw doesn't actually copy powers. What Bonesaw did was mimic what she knew of the powers and put it in the brain and body and whatever. It's not actually a shard power. And also, she's using shard powers to do that, so... And they still sucked compared to the actual parahuman. Great solution. No. Why would this guy be wearing using shard powers if he could grab things from the video games? Shards cannot do that. If shards could grab Kratos from a video game and mimic his powers, they would obliterate themselves. They would have solved entropy already. There's like... He triggers, but I don't think it's a shard. If it is a shard, it's a pretty shitty one. Imagine weakening the video games just because you're a shard. Shake my head. Bro, this burrito is actually smacking. I like it. Where'd this come from? Keneally's bun? I don't know. Oh. The shard has a solution, keeps it to himself. Zion's like the most angry dad. Tell me no! Tell me no! Anyways, Prototype dies to, Damsel of Distress, and most capes who are biokinetics also destroy. Simply because they're biokinetics. Panacea doesn't, because she takes fucking forever to use her biokinesis. Which is why I always hate Panacea can defeat this person or that person. Panacea can't even kill somebody unless they're standing absolutely still doing jack shit while she's touching them. For more than 10 seconds. Because as soon as that 10-second mark hit, well, fine, she can do something. But before then, she's getting her ass kicked. Yeah, but it takes time. It takes a lot of time. She's very slow when it comes to actual biokinesis. We know this for a fact. It's kind of why she takes 15 minutes to heal each person. She could win a fight with an unconscious person. The Ruby Riding Team can lose to Panacea. The shard who, with the answer to entropy, beats an entity, because infinite power beats limited power. That's how it works, right? Also, moving the brain doesn't kill the brain. A nanometer moving the brain a nanometer will do jack shit. Oh no. I mean, sure, but it's not like they'll still be able to fucking knock your ass out with a single punch. It's not like they just freeze up. She deals extra damage to people who already defeated. Man, I love making fun of Panacea. Extra damage to people who... God damn. Lock and load, that's brutal. I don't think the brain needs to be... I don't think the body needs to be healthy for the brain to go unconscious or not. Deals cancer damage. Every 10 minutes... Anyways, let's go back.
Definitely a fun game, though. When I got to school, all my things were in my locker. Not that I kept anything in there after the 5th time it was broken into. No one tried to trip me or knock me off my books off my desk. And I was even and I was even able to eat lunch without finding a dirty pair of socks in my sandwich.
What? Dirty pair of socks in your sandwich. Hold up a second. What type of bullies are these? Hold on. Just a minute. What the fuck?
We're not normal bullies. We put socks in your food.
Where do they get the socks? Why are they doing that? And there's a certain level of petty that deserves to be banned from... Oh no, they put socks in my food. Anyways... Do you know how bad my life is? My bullies put socks in my food. Isn't this kid in high school, too? Just get a job. Buy a sandwich. What happened to spitting in his food? Who cares about spit when you got dirty socks? It's about sending a message. What's the message to send? Oh, we have socks and you're not gonna like it. That just came out of fucking nowhere. Consume the cum chalice. You know, actually, I'm surprised they didn't just cum in a sandwich or something. If they're petty enough to put socks in it. What does painkillers do? What is the power? You poison the sock. His power is he controls pain. That's a terrible power. That's not a creative power. That's a shit power. How is anyone a hero with that power? That power sucks. It's not a healing power. You might as well be saying, "Oh, I put an anesthesia on this guy." Anesthesia or whatever. Or morphine. So he's not a hero, he's a drug addict. Well, a drug dealer. I mean, yeah. In Worm, I'd see that guy dying to an Endbringer. That's like the worst power ever for a hero. Except when people just lost their limbs or something. But, like, still. Feeling pain is bad and all, but some... Like, I understand If he could make more pain, that'd be ridiculously powerful. He'd just walk up to somebody and they'd fall to the ground. But this guy, the butcher can't increase pain though. That's not a power the butcher has. He is a pain ray. Well, throw him against an Endbringer. See if Endbringers can feel pain. Everyone can cause pain. What are you talking about? When the fuck did Butcher have a pain ray? This sounds retarded. Mini Superman beam. Agony inflicting Arda. What? How does Butcher die to anyone when he can literally cause brutes to die just from being near him? I mean, yeah. Butcher has died 15 times. There's like no way someone with a pain aura should be dying that much. Especially if they get smarter each time, which is basically required for you to kill the Butcher. They die on purpose? What? Fucking suicidal Butcher? So why aren't they running around with a suicide vest? That sounds like a very good option. Running up to a parahuman. Yeah, but then they'll take over the nearest parahuman. That's how the power works. The power takes over the nearest. They just need to die. And they'll take over someone else. That's how the power works. No, they take over more than who killed them. It's canon that if the Butcher drowned, the Butcher would just take over someone else. For some reason. The power isn't, oh, you kill them and now you are Butcher, but person near them, but usually the person who kills them becomes the Butcher. But like still, the person who throws them in an ocean for them to drown doesn't become the Butcher if they just run away. The nearest parahuman does. I mean, yeah, but that'd be the worst parahuman ever. Imagine throwing that person at Zion. They'd get obliterated instantly. Contessa and others would ignore it. Butcher 1 had the range agony infliction aura. Also, agony infliction isn't pain infliction. Agony is more than pain. Regardless, advanced pain medical courses. This is advanced pain. Is that his name? Killer? Or is it Painkillers? What is his hero name? What is this Raymond Harper faggot's hero name? Okay, so he's that uninteresting. Alright.
I should have fucking known it was too good to be true, but fuck me, right? This is what I get for allowing myself the mistake of hope. Thrown into a skip full of old electronic... What the fuck is a skip? A skip full of electronics. Never heard of someone refer to a way of movement or a way of passing through something as a skip. A garbage bin? Who was the dumbass that said that's a skip? Just call it a garbage bin. Call it a dumpster. Call it anything but a skip. Butcher but a hero. I'll possess you if you kill me. The villains. Wait, what would happen if Alabaster killed Butcher? Now that's some big brain play. Alabaster now just gets more powers and is basically an immortal. Now there's no other Butcher because Alabaster's the only Butcher. Can't really kill Alabaster. Alabaster's useless. He's dumb, stupid, and immature. He's also a white supremacist. Yeah, but limiting Butcher. If you wanted Butcher to be limited, you just use Alistair to kill Butcher. Think about it. Also, Alabaster has died more than the Butcher has. That's just a fact. Yeah, but the parahuman that kills usually retains the power at max efficiency. Yeah, Alabaster died forever and then was eaten by Kronos. The Kronos Titan. Dauntless, for those unaware. He was thrown in a time bubble of time dilation that basically passed by 30 years in like 12 seconds. Yeah, then he got eaten. Alright. I'd pounded my hands bloody by this point and screamed myself hoarse, but no one was coming. What good is a world full of superheroes when no one saves you? Alabaster? Tartarus? Tartarus doesn't exist in Worm. I asked that question myself that question years ago. No. Dauntless's power relies on imbuing energy, so it wouldn't solve entropy. When my parents died in a car accident. Maybe if you told people like the police, I know, right? Imagine having all of this evidence and you don't tell a single fucking person. When my parents died in a car accident, it would have been better, even easier, if it was an in-breaker attack or a throwdown between capes, but no! Faulty brake line and 60 miles into a concrete divider and bam! Instant orphan. 60 miles? Or was this on a highway? Where the fuck was it? There's common my sandwich, probably. The only option is to eat it. You'd probably think it was mayonnaise. Until you taste it. Oh boy. At some point this is actually his fetish. Are you fucking serious, bruh? I love Aunt Cecily. I really do. But and you're an orphan apparently. So no one's taking care of you. You live in a foster home. That's what an orphan is. An orphan isn't just someone who lost their parents, bro. That means you got orphaned, but you're not an orphan if you have fucking guardians, okay?
You were an orphan, but not anymore. But she works so hard and so long just to keep the house and keep us fed that I rarely see her. Occasionally, I'll wake up in time to hear a car drive off or stay awake late enough to feel her kiss on my cheek at night. Beyond that, I might as well be living alone. How could I, in good conscience, pile more stress on our shoulders? Why the fuck are you... Bro. What kind of nephew would I be? A good one? By telling her what's wrong? Now you get to go to a better school, you get to get a job, help her with everything, you know? Maybe you should have thought about that. What about the third thing, job? What about the third? What about the first? How old do you no longer count as an orphan? You no longer count as an orphan after 18, but as soon as you are an orphan, as soon as you get guardians, you're no longer an orphan. Reread the sentence. It was a quackity joke. Because Technoblade had a little thing on his Twitter where I'm the second worst thing to happen to these orphans. And Quackity was like, what's the first? And Techno's like, they weren't always orphans. I guess I'll be a dead one come morning. I can't allow myself to hope that they'll check these containers before they start crushing, even though that's definitely protocol. No, it isn't. It's not protocol. They do check the containers, though, to steal shit. I mean, why else would they check the containers? All I can really do is get comfortable on a bed of sharp corners and flat surfaces and try to rest with tears in my eyes and hand dries. Legal requirement. I'm pretty sure it's not a legal requirement to check what's in the dumpster. Oh, bums exist, I forgot. 7 listening, that's nice. Well, I could, maybe, just maybe, I'll allow myself to dream that when morning comes, I'll be let out so I can call the police and have them arrest Raymond fucking Harper! He doesn't have glass in his bed? Nope, just technology. All this tech, but no glass. Windows, no video games, nothing. Maybe my ass will sprout wings and fly me to space. Weirder things have happened. No, but okay. I'll take your word for it. Well, that dream was bullshit. No shit. I can hear the whining of hydraulics, the shifting electronics pushing me back until I'm flush against a metal wall. Somehow, the rectangular devices have moved in such a way that they're locked together, creating a tiny bubble around me. It won't last. If I seem calm, I'm not. I'm screaming, desperately trying to tell them that someone's inside the container, that I'm in here, and you're killing me! It's the sound of the engine or the snapping metal and plastic. They can't hear me. He thought going to the police was compared to farting himself into space as telling. Such a boring way to kill someone. At least it wasn't like, oh, you got a biohazard in your locker, you are dead the next day. At least it's not that. Seriously though, how does that lead to you were dead the next day? It's not like she was bleeding or anything. It'd be more realistic than getting shoved into a garbage bin and then shredded, but yeah. Well, crushed. Oh hey, an Xbox 360. He notices the fucking Xbox. Locked in as a center point into my little body bubble. I wonder why someone threw that away. I'd heard the horror stories about the red ring, but I never had the problem. Pretty sure technology loves me. I've had 2 red rings on Xboxes. Then the bubble shit squeezing down on the console and it bursts, a searing pain erupting in my stomach. Looking down is a pain for several reasons, but the disc embedded in my stomach with a smirking white-haired protagonist looks up at me as a lost straw. Oh right, isn't this Dante that he's looking at? That's Dante, right? Got 7 different STDs? Oh boy! I didn't know the locker had a dick. Somebody typed in... Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Anyways. Tampons could spread an STD if it was fresh. Oh. My headcanon is Brian died because he was slowed down by his new 7 STDs. Is Brian as in, like, Gru? Brian Gru died? Oh, wait, right, he died. I forgot what he died to. Meh, Gru's not interesting. Anyway, so... I kept my head down, I didn't bother anyone, and here I am dying! Screaming for them to let me out! Begging to be saved! I'm giving this guy way too much emotion. Okay. Through the raw screaming coming from my throat and the burning agony in my stomach, something somewhere snaps into place. Something that should have been there all along, but just now came back, bringing with it a screen of black passing over my eyes. Snapping back from the dark, the strength fills my body as I turn to face the metal wall of the container, completely ignoring all the objects around him. Okay. He just fucking walks through those, no effort, nothing. What character is this? I'm like, is this Dante or not? Who is the white-haired protagonist smirking? Because if it's Dante, he should be able to fight everyone. Master Chief sucks dick compared to Dante. Like, Master Chief gets obliterated in a single attack. He'd probably die. Bethesda games are so broken. He'd probably break himself doing it. Imagine if he just, like, turns into a fucking straw man. No, inflatable tube man. He can use dishes to pass through walls. Error 404. He eats Cyberpunk 2077 to just freeze in motion for every random amount of time. We're reading console. Anyways. Telegraph cars. Bro, he's Nero from Devil May Cry 4. Imagine Nero. Why is he Nero? You're supposed to be Dante. Bruh. Sounds like tinfoil as I tear a hole large enough to fit through and I'm out, spilling onto the gravel-covered ground with a pained grunt. Standing up doesn't hurt as much as I thought. It reveals a ragged, bloody hole in my sweater and nothing else. Pulling the sweater up shows my stomach still as flabby as ever, but unmarked beyond the blood. Yeah, console. That's the fic name. Nero's OP, but Dante's just in another league. Nero's like one of the weaker Devil May Cry characters. Virgil is, of course, the strongest. Nothing can beat Virgil. Anyways. What kind of processing power he has? 2 gigabytes. Hell, things like that don't just heal out of nowhere. Even my life bar's taking a hit. That doesn't... Wait, what? I look up and, yep, there's a life bar missing a little chunk of health. What? Are you fucking serious? He has a life bar? You might as well just say, oh, I'm gonna be the weakest parahuman on Earth. Bro, motherfucking ants can kill you if you have a life bar. What the shit is this? Bro, he's just gonna get lightly tapped and lose a point of health. A life bar beat people with a life bar. I feel like it should have done more damage, but on the other hand, I'm not in agonizing pain anymore, so there's that. Yes, a little fucking video game disc should deal big damage to Nero. What? Oh, the Gilgamesh laugh? I wish I could do that. But I'm not finding this entertaining. This is not funny. My right hand seems to be demonic. Maybe it's made of some kind of blue-white energy covered by red plates. That's exactly what Nero from Devil May Cry 4 has, which was the game that stabbed into me. I need to sit down. I'm not gonna do this in a place I was nearly killed. I hid my hand in my sweater and ran home. Whatever. Let's skip to, like, 4, chapter 5. Why is this chapter so long? Congratulations, tutorial finished on chapter 5! This motherfucker's power is going so slow that the world revolves around him. Fucking turtle. Okay. Consequences, good, bad, and ugly. Let's out of the locker. Let's do the good, bad, and ugly. Yes, director. Saul asked, distraction evident on his features even as he gazed at the solid woman sitting across from the desk from him. Solid woman. Solid woman? Is that another way to say fat girl? Fat woman? Someone called me. Hold on. Hello! It's me again. I'm back. That phone call was actually my father. My dad. My dad was pretty cool. I liked my dad. But, what's been going on while I was away? Okay. Well, the information provided may not be great. However, we shall continue reading this shitty story. Explain today's events to me, Game Master. Actually, let me read what you guys said about Solid Woman. Depression would be an interesting power. Wonder Woman Solid of Amanda Waller. Solid? She's quite distinguishable from the Hollow Woman and the Liquid Woman that frequent his life. Gas Woman, don't pull your finger, jeez. Okay. I skipped the first half of school for today, during which the victim, Taylor Hebert, was victimized by Sophia Hess and 3 collaborators. When I arrived for the second half of the day. Okay, hold on. When I arrived for the second half of the day, I was struck by a brief blackout that I determined came from a triggering event. So he does have a shard. Only shards receive that. Saul licked his lips, feeling a bead of sweat forming on his temple at the memory of the locker laid before his eyes. I don't know. Possibly? I traced the source to a locker on the second floor, where I heard a girl crying. After attempting to open the locker with the code, I pulled it open and retrieved the girl from the inside. What code? Rule 63 Morpheus? As in Morpheus, the god of dreams, or Morpheus from Matrix? Is that a character from Matrix? I don't know. Which Morpheus? Because Morpheus is a really cool Greek myth character. He's interesting. After attempting I later learned she'd been stuck in there since the beginning of the day, along with biohazardous materials. I attempted to take her to the nurse's office, when we were accosted by Hess and company, who provoked me into a brief physical retaliation. Afterwards, I took Miss Hebert to the nurse's office, where she contacted both the local hospital, Miss Hebert's father, and my handler. Hess had been injured and entered the office as well as her collaborators, and I realized that she was Shadowstalker when Jessica Cohen entered the room. Pigott tapped her pen against the desk as he drank from a bottle, her eyes piercing.
Your conduct today raises several questions, Game Master. The most important being, why did you, who volunteered to go to Winslow because you saw a situation similar to your experience, skip the first day?
This is an everyone claps moment. What have you been calling Hebert? What have you been calling Miss Hebert, aka Miss Plain, Miss Average Face, Miss I Killed a Baby because of Jack Slash? Herbert? Lay it on the Herbert, Sherbert. You know, Sherbet is not actually Sherbert. It doesn't have a second R, it's just Sherbet. So, the reason why everyone calls it Sherbert is because of a song. And because everyone decided to keep saying Sherbert instead of Sherbet. Just a little lesson. Okay. My last experience with school wasn't exactly the best it could have been. Maybe you should have picked a therapist for your video games, huh? Maybe then you would have been nice. Maybe then you would have been smart in school. In fact, just grab Sherlock Holmes, the video game. Or literally any other video game that has. Master 8, Aster 0, Hebert. What? Aster dies to a teenage bitch. The movie. Which is just Worm the book. Sherbet like the power? No. No, Sherbet like the power? No, it's just Sherbet. The ice cream. You know, the rainbow sherbet. There's orange. There's
Raspberry?
I know there's mango, Hebrew. Hebert is not her Hebrew. Hebrew. That's retarded. If it was actually pronounced that, Wildbow needs to learn how to actually spell. I'm just being honest. Oy vey. Anyways, occasional writer of mediocre fan fiction. What is the bi flag human rights? Bi already have human rights. They haven't been subjected to any discrimination. Why are bis included in LGBT when the LGBT community doesn't even care? Yeah, I understand that, but like the bis aren't even discriminated against. They've never been discriminated against. The bis have human rights. I'm a believer in that trans people shouldn't be completely believed in every situation, and instead should have therapy. Look, when people tell me that they believe they are a woman, I don't care. Bis get called fakers often. Like, I don't care if you're bi. If you're just bisexual, I understand. But a lot of people are actually just bi-curious, which is more annoying. If you're under 14 and you say you're bi, you're not. You're just not. I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, good. You get a lot of hell for it in school because you have a fiance and you're in school. Usually that refers to somebody more than a girlfriend or boyfriend, bro. Anyways, people discriminating against bis are just retards. Mary Vista. Oh, I'm sorry, I was dumb. Greg was funny. Greg the 8. Good. Do you relate to Mr. Gladly? Oh god. Mr. Gladly. Didn't he have a fucking book in canon? Mr. Gladly published a book that people read after Gold Morning. Wasn't that a canon thing for some reason? Why? Because you die off a side character? As a teacher, I have so many issues with that man. What are your issues? The fact that he's just fat or something? Mr. Gladly doesn't even have enough character development. He's shitty in the sense that he has nothing for him. He has nothing going for him. He's just a bore. He's a side character of side characters. Like, he's the type of NPC that says nothing interesting. Wait, he flirts with minors? What? I was Kepuri's favorite teacher. I want Alexandria to step on me to be... Isn't she like 53 actually? How old is Alexandria? I know she's older than 30. Madison? The M girl from Trio? She's always in peak form though. Will you be? Nah, the real person you want to date is Eidolon. I'm pretty sure Madison looks like is the cutest of the bunch, according to Taylor. So not a lolly, but Oh no. Oh no.
That's hell you're walking into.
Imagine picking Madison over Emma or Sophia. Shake my head. Taylor was average. That's all there is about Taylor. She's just average. According to Taylor. Lack of puberty. She's in high school. If she hasn't had puberty yet, she deserves to get shot. I'm kidding, of course. Emma was trying to get herself to trigger. Sophia was trying to make Emma trigger. I know that. Which is why Sophia believes in people should fight back, but she also believes in if you're gonna fight back, at least get powers doing so. Well, if you're gonna suffer, get powers doing so. Taylor Baby Blaster Hebert. No, here's what we should be talking about, who the real savior is. Kevin Norton, or whatever that homeless man's name was. That talked to Zion and told him, be a hero, you'll be happy. I stand Jack/2. Honestly, the best character in Worm. He's the only interesting character, at least. That isn't Arms Master. Arms Master is interesting for other reasons. Do right, shoot the tank. Imagine banging Jack or Marcus when you could instead bang Dragon. Look, if you get robbed, you're not banging either of those. You're banging the Simurg or Contessa. Simurg or Contessa, period. Sophia also seems to be a support judge of people. And then you're just told, Scion, kill yourself. What if Scion went to an internet troll's house and is like, how would you fuck the Simurg? Bend her over a table and fuck her? She's only 15 feet. Not that big. She's not Leviathan. But internet trolls would probably just say, how about you kill yourself, faggot? Yeah, but then Contessa would get robbed. Random omnipotent bitch. No, but I don't need one. If you think about it, the womb wouldn't be that big, even compared to a normal human. The things that are that big are the legs. She looks like Slender Man. Dope fleshlight out of water. Yeah, but what about fleshlight out of telekinesis? It's all about positioning. Welcome to the Endbringer porn royale. Would you fucking Endbringer? Anything capable of consenting? The Zeus consents, but I don't think you're fucking him. He's fucking you. Behemoth shreds girl pussy. Caught on tape. Should just retire and make a hot tub service. Gives new orders. That, I wish that was a real story. That would have been great. Just arrived to fuck all the heroes. Khonsu and Bohu and Tohu. He had a fourth. Oh right, that was the Endbringer power.
But Winslow is even more of a hell than Olympic Hills, somehow.
Alright, there we go. Now I shall wait and read.
You wanted to keep an eye on Shadowstalker, rightfully, as it turned out.
Pigott allowed with a nod and grimace before narrowing her eyes on the boy across the desk.
But unless I've massively misjudged you, you aren't the type to let something distasteful get in the way of duty. There's more to this than you're telling me.
You know, actually, on the Worm Fanfics Reddit, subreddit, you know, I made a post titled, looking for a fic and Path to Seduction. Path to Seducing Zion. Where it's just a fic where, I just wanted a fic where, Contessa saves the world by seducing Zion. And my post got, banned. Contessa. My post got, deleted and removed, so I made another one. And I called out the mod who did it. Also removed and deleted. Made another one. This time the mod decided fuck you and decided to go into the comments going how I'm targeting and harassing him and that I'm looking for a porn fake. So I just verbally humiliated the mod in the comments. It was fun. The mod later removed his comments. It was also a removed and archived post. You have? I posted a pic of it. I mean, I can still go get it. Hold on. Let me go to Reddit on here. Reddit, I am a random guy. Alright, so let's grab this link. Let's put this here. Alright. Here's the path to seducing Zion. Sorry, this post has been removed by the moderators of r/worm fanfic. Moderators remove posts from feed for a variety of reasons, including keeping community safe, civil, and true to their true to the purpose. I had 2 upvotes for it. Fic request, Path to Seducing Zion, fic search general. Alright, so let's grab the one where the mod responded. Here it is. If you guys are looking at the stream at all, you'll see this. Okay, so fic request, a path to victory, removed. You can't see what was on the section. So the mod goes something deleted, and I say I've read that. How's this request against the rules? Another deleted comment. That entire statement doesn't make too much sense. I'm not a robot that just forgets context. I never asked for an NSFW fic. You just assumed the words path to Zion, which does not, in fact, just mean path to have sex with the Golden Man. Then I made it into a more kid-friendly post, path to marry Zion. You just seem to have it out for me, my dude. The stream in the event archive. And he makes another post, and basically this is where he says I'm an aggressive sniper, and I'm like, Lamau, what? Aggressive sniping? Story ideas, bait. I'm looking for a contest Zion fic because I can't find one. This is not a story ideas bait, as you think it is, which is a large assumption. This is a request so that I can be given a link to a story which has this. I'm not sniping you, you're just literally deleting my post that I'm looking for such a fic. And none of my requests after the first one could even be called NSFW searching. I'm baffled by your very response to my criticism of you. Sure, you're doing what you think is aligned with the subreddit's best interest, but seriously, this condescension? Uncalled for, unnecessary, and rude. He stopped responding after that. Obviously you would once you get obliterated, but... Pussy! Pussy! This man thinks romance is a AAA game, 3 combos of questions. Number 1 ship is Bonesaw X Crawler. Crawler X Horny. Okay. It's embarrassing to admit, he muttered into his wrist, knowing the director couldn't care less for his excuse. I thought after spending time with Shadowstalker, getting to know her at person, that I let my experience, my paranoia, get the best of me. I thought I'd seen something where there was nothing. I guess that by going and seeing how wrong I was, it would make me feel guilty of suspecting someone I was starting to consider a friend. I didn't want to feel like a bastard. So wait, you betrayed Shadowstalker like an asshole? After you... So you became friends with Shadowstalker just to betray her? Bruh moment. If Crawler got cock and ball torture, would his dick get stronger? No. This fic gives me psychic damage. This fic deals damage to the soul and brain. The body doesn't feel it, but the head does. Wait. Wait, let me get this straight. You skipped your first day of class, thereby leading to events that resulted in the arrest and war and a traumatizing of a civilian because you were masturbating? Damn, bro. Pig it wild and out here. Hold on. I discovered... Okay, so here's what he said that led to that. I discovered something that I had to explore further, expanding my knowledge of the events so that I could understand it better. Also, it was really fun. His jaw dropped, his face burning bright red as he sputtered. I don't know what? No, I wasn't. No, that's not why. That's not even close. Vehement protest followed by silence. The rector pointed out mercilessly, frowning deeply. Classic guilty behavior. I mean, I guess they do both involve getting sweaty and shooting sticky white stuff. Why am I saying this to you? This isn't helping. Fucking, is he talking about Spider-Man? It's not that. I discovered something new about my powers, and I was experimenting. I wasn't polishing my halberd or anything. Your powers. What exactly did you learn? You know the character, the one spider symbol, Spider-Man, Batman, Spider-Man. Wherever you get those games from, they aren't very original with their names. Well, then my alarm. He gained Spider-Man powers. Bruh. You have to be the most infuriating cape I've ever had to work with, Murden. You know, the wizard man. Why the fuck is Zero in the event channel? Hold on, let me hop in there. Yo, what's up? Hello? Hold on. Let me get a voice and video. High definition. Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hey! Hello there. Okay, Zero, what are you doing here? Okay, that's nice, Zero. Okay, hello. Hello, everyone. Hey, it's me. I'm here again. Did my voice change at all? Do I sing a frighter at the creature? We have a sword? Well, then why'd we swing this massive-ass object at the creature? Such a fucking movie. Spider-Man pretty strong. Yeah, Spider-Man is strong, but video game Spider-Man isn't. Okay, that's enough console today. Why do I have all these COVID... Fuck all this COVID shit tabs. The only mechs I like are Battletech. Gay. The mechs that you should like are those... You know, you guys remember that one game that died in obscurity, but it was mostly about building tanks and shit out of, like, Legos? Or something? I have no idea, but... It's not dead? It's still around? Still active? No, it's not Crossout. That's not what it's called. It was something that took over YouTube at one point. It's not really mechs, but I'm gonna be honest. Real Steel is the best. Best robot. Not really mechs, but I just liked Real Steel. Real Steel had that. No, I haven't played Crossout. I'm not gay. Anyways. The girl in my lap sighed before tensing, also kind of embarrassed. What? Why? Then I realized the intimacy of our position, which was not helped by the way she shifted in my lap. I'm, in a hospital gown. Just a gown. Damn, bro. Why is she in your lap? He's not that much of a spider. Why does he have Taylor in his lap? Why is Taylor on his lap? Intertwining our fingers. Are you fucking... Bruh, what is this gay shit? Imagine. Imagine. Ugh. Ugh. Like dead people? No. The Vicari Act. Dad. This is a porno now. I've been fucking living since my last update. But why it's taking so long? 'Cause I got a job. But the person who deserves the thanks is that fucking reviewer who said, "Shame the story is dead. Shame the story is dead. Shame the story is dead." Dead. Guess who was wrong, you smug, pretentious motherfucker. Damn. Bro. This guy gets a job and he starts dissing this guy who said, "Shame the story is dead." Radioactive J. Shrinking In was originally going to be the name of a story I was writing about my experiences with PTSD. But I couldn't write more than a page before the flashbacks got too strong and I just couldn't continue. And before anyone asks, it's not from military service. Alright, well let's assume where you got the PTSD from. Solinius. Maybe you got the PTSD from joining the Worm fandom. Wait a fucking second. Hold on. Name, Saul Eustace Nuis, a.k.a. Solinius. Not really. Actual name, Samuel Hewitt. Bruh. Sam Hyde. Power operating system or piece of shit. Nice. Likes a lot. Games, fanfics, several authors on this site. Naruto, Bleach, Atla, Avatar The Last Airbender, Star Wars, and my own creations. Egotistical much. Dislikes stupid people. I don't mean people with mental retardation. When I say I hate stupid people, I do mean those people too. I hate them because I can't converse with them. Those people are awesome. No, they are not. You have clearly never talked to one. I mean people who hate others for no reason beyond skin or sexuality. This guy, wait, beyond skin or sexuality? So this guy says he doesn't hate racists? He doesn't hate sexists either? Damn, based.
Face the wall, comrade.
Comrade, face the wall. Face wall, comrade.
Gentleman and a scholar.
Also, this guy doesn't hate stupid people, he just hates people who dislike other people. I'm reading the guy's profile, the guy who made console fic. I'm reading his profile. Hobbies? Writing? Duh, maybe you should go get that job. I do hope you like my stories. No. My view on rape and fictions, particularly Naruto. For one, this is way too common for something so deplorable. I hate rape in any form. Okay, I think we know what he got PTSD from. And the fact that it happens so often says that there is something really wrong with some authors. Look, fiction is not reality, and as soon as you start applying reality to fiction, you are ruining the fiction. You are basically just shitting on something because you do not understand that it is not reality, dumbass. Thank you for your muy dumb, intelligent, whatever the fuck, conversion? Muy no inteligente. Okay, there we go. From what I've seen, more often than most, Naruto's beaten seemingly daily, tortured and humiliated over and over again. This isn't rape fics, though. You're talking about every fic in Naruto. The fandom of Naruto thinks Naruto gets harassed and beat up every day. He doesn't. But regardless. And to add to that, he gets raped for no apparent reason other than angst. Reality does include rape, but people need to separate fiction from reality. Anyways, apparently adding rape is only way to make more angst. I'm pretty sure they do it just because it's smut, bro. The amount of people who write rape scenes just for angst are usually stupid. They took a look at Clockwork Orange and decided, yay, I can do that too. Gay rape fic specifically, and then blaming us. Besides my hatred of the act, the fact that his life is complete shit, it wasn't. I don't know why so many Naruto fags decided that Naruto's life absolutely sucked. Naruto actually had a decent life for an orphan, all things considered. As an orphan, he was basically given the he was ignored, yeah, but as an orphan, he personally knew the Hokage. That's like personally knowing Biden or Trump back in Trump's presidency, or Obama in his. Happened in his life. But like, that's not really. It's not really something you should be saying, oh, his life sucked. But he drank expired milk. Maybe he should have asked for real milk. Maybe he should have asked the Hokage, who he talked to on a daily basis. Or a weekly basis. You know, the man that provided him with everything. The Naruto only had a bad life because he's Naruto. And even then, his life was really good for someone who was orphaned at birth. Like, surprisingly good. Naruto now has fucking phase guns or something. Some ridiculous, like, photon guns. Light speed shooting. Bullshit. For one, most Naruto feats are not even close to light speed. Relativistic, maybe, but not light speed. Boruto sucks. No one cares about Boruto. Boruto is basically the epitome of garbage. Garbage! Anyways. Alright. Anyways, besides the fact that his life is complete, here's a few reasons why.
Rape is a deplorable act that sickens me. It sickens me more knowing that this happens very often to people who don't deserve it.
Well, rape is actually, surprisingly, uncommon. Believe it or not, that's so surprising. fucking... Why do people decide that rape is something that happens every day? It isn't. Rape is super common. It isn't. Not Naruto, Narutard, retarded. But like, they do realize that not everyone gets raped, right? It's not something that happens every day. Like, as much as it's a deplorable act, it's very rare. What the shit? Like, extremely rare. Rape is not common whatsoever. Maybe in a third world country, but most people don't live there, and maybe under the Taliban. But why are you saying rape is common, and then you're using the fucking Taliban, a place, Afghanistan, a place you don't live in, a place you're not even close to, a place you have literally no understanding of the laws and shit that go on, and a place that has already been, that you shouldn't really be caring about if you're gonna go, oh, this is bad, okay? Stick to fucking America! Okay, on the internet, everyone's been sexually assaulted. It's the internet, but like, I understand real life sexual assault. That's actually more common. The sex toys section to the spreadsheet. The Combinator makes you instantly coom. Victims like him take their trauma from each other. I doubt this guy even suffered from rape if he's talking about it this big. Yeah, real life sexual assault happens pretty often. But mostly because sexual assault is so broad. It can also it can go from anywhere from just harassing somebody and maybe like smacking their ass or something to like catcalling to what is near rape, pretty much. Grabbing somebody's dick and jerking it off through their shorts. Like, that's very common, surprisingly. And it's not actually that common, but it's still common, somewhat. It's way less rare than rape is. That's about all I can say for that. I don't really delve into that subject. I just delve into the other subjects I find stupid. That's not really a subject I find stupid because it's something that happens. We need to fix that, but it's something that happens. Anyways, this guy though is fucked. Yeah, this guy is a victim of his own stupidity. Actually, I read something about a black father slamming critical race theory in a school and getting the school to delete critical race theory, right? The black father says that his children are victims, but only to these things: their own ignorance, their own stupidity, and their own actions. Honestly, smart guy. I enjoyed him. I enjoyed his speech. Besides the fact that there seem to be all these people who hate rape in these stories allow it to happen to a child of all things, no matter what they may think. Non-con is fucking good. Non-con is an interesting thing. A lot of them suck, but there are a few good ones. Someone shouldn't be judged on the actions of their ancestors, but their own actions. You wanna know what's funny? If we do use critical race theory, blacks should not be in schools. Because technically they didn't make any. If you think about it, they're using something the white man made. That's pretty fucked up, isn't it? That's almost like taking over something. That's pretty racist, bro. Hey, no one should be in schools. But blacks not. Don't let them in. Don't let the Hispanics in. Don't let me in. I don't want to go. I'm a Hispanic. Don't bring me into school. Don't let the Hispanics in. Don't let the Chinese in. The only people you should be letting in schools are the people who are dumb enough to think homework will help them. because because it won't. Black schools for black people, you say? School is daycare for teenagers. Sponsored by the Church of England. My school was sponsored by President Biden. It's government funded. Okay. No matter what they may think. Besides the fact that there seem to be all these people who hate rape in these stories, they allow it to happen to a child of all things, no matter what they may think. What? Did you also look in the mirror? Me? Yeah, I looked in the mirror once. Maybe a dozen times. Oh. Very ugly. Hyper ugly. Okay. It always happens to him as a child. No, it doesn't. Most of the Naruto rape fics are actually him as an adult. I'm just saying. Let's overlook all these people who hate rape and believe a small child that cries for forgiveness and doesn't retaliate is a demon. Despite all evidence to the contrary, it is still happening to a child. Bro, it's happening to an adult Naruto who used the harem no jutsu. What are you talking about? That's all the ones I've seen. 1352. The man searched for this and got mad. Pretty much, yeah. This guy clearly... Or maybe he's just looking up yaoi fics. It happens a lot more often in yaoi fics, I'm pretty sure. But that's because women love writing rape or something. I mean, the redo of a healer was made by a woman. Rising of a shield hero was made by a woman. There are so many. Women just like having dark stories or something. I hate yaoi in general. It's such a bad genre. Fetishes are fetishes. I don't mind rape fics. Rape fics are fun. As long as they're done well. When I can laugh at the characters, I'll read it. I'll read anything that allows me to make fun of everyone. They'll still be seeing a child from being raped in front of them. A fucking child. Find rape easier to write than consensual? Why? Because nobody will ever consent to fucking you? Sounds accurate. Alright. A fucking child, guys! Think of the children! Oh, don't you see it's bad? This 19-year-old is still a child! Wah! Wah! Yeah, they do. Which is surprising, because this guy didn't. Deku's a cinnamon roll. Bro, I want to beat the shit out of Deku. Fuck Deku and fuck everyone who adores this faggot. Green-haired, broccoli-ass looking piece of shit. Deku's the type of faggot who deserves to get his dick crushed by a fist slamming straight into him. Fuck Deku. All my homies hate Deku. All for one is my husband. The fuck is a cinnamon roll? How do you not know what a cinnamon roll is? Cinnamon rolls are delicious. Like, cinnamon rolls are, like, one of the most delicious treats you can ever have. Look here, you shit. Anyone who doesn't have a cinnamon roll, I'm thinking lives in a third world country. If you've never had a cinnamon roll before, you deserve to get shot. Alright, I guess we know who our first victim is, guys. Anyways. I prefer honey buns over cinnamon rolls. What the fuck are yum yums? The shit is a yum yum. I've never heard of this. What the fuck is a yum yum? The black community has found you ugly and has since decided to eradicate your species. The mod just be British? Maybe. You wanna know something funny? Apparently, you doing, honey bun? How you doing, slice of cake? Anyways, apparently, British English is, she's got food, instead of she's gotten food. She's got food. And that was a stupid example. I was like, what? Both of those. Got food makes sense, okay? She's got food. She has food. Boom. She has food. Boom. But, like, there was another example that I'm thinking of, but it was actually dumb, because, okay, she's got better. She's gotten better. Why would you not use she's gotten better? She's got better sounds stupid. She's got better. She do be better, yeah, but she don't got better. She's gotten better. It's a she apostrophe s got better. No. Say she's gotten. She's gotten. Dooby da. I'm blue da ba dee da ba blah blah. Listen up, here's the story about a little fag who lives in an orange world. Okay. No, about a little fag who lives in the first world, and all day and all night, and everything he sees is trigger warnings. Inside and outside, trigger warnings. His house and his windows with a trigger warning. With trigger warning Corvette and whatever. Adios, job. Have a nice day. I guess you do got a job. Your name is checks out. Clap, clap.
Adios.
Who's your favorite My Little Pony princess? None of them. They all deserve to die. Discord is better. These kids won't rape themselves. You're right, but they won't eat themselves either. I'll have to go with you. A man survived the sinking of a ship in 1871, leaving him traumatized afterwards. Some 40 years later, he was finally able to overcome his fears and sail again, only to die on the Titanic. God to this man. Bitch, how dare you still live? No thanks, I'm not interested in eternal life. I've seen enough, somebody says to the Bible, being handed them. Have faith in the Pfizer vaccine. Don't forget they make Viagra. If they can raise the dead, they can save the living. Okay. They can raise the dead. They can save the living. Damn. Her head game was weak. FLA teacher jailed after having sex with a student who reported her due to her performance. I wasn't going to say anything at first, but like, if you're risking it all for this moment, your top game is nothing but teeth, you don't deserve to be teaching. Oh god, that shitposting is an anti-vaxxer. Ma'am, do you serve crackers? Honey, we serve everybody. There's no time to... Faith of his fathers and renounce the diving spine. This is no time to be making new enemies. You're right. Voltaire is smart. Be like Voltaire. Who cares about vaccinations? Who cares about a virus? Kill them both. You have your allies, you have your enemies. There's your enemies, kill them all. Doomslayer style. The teachings of the bow hero. This motherfucking plant outside my window just keeps like fluttering and it's so annoying. I keep looking over thinking, yo, is that somebody? Is they gonna knock on my door? No, it's just a fucking plant. Nick Ward had been around the block a few things, getting summoned, whatever. Gay. I'm really enjoying the story. I can see why you gave him, wouldn't be look so trustworthy. Oh, I can see why you gave him a thuggish look. It's so he wouldn't look trustworthy. So defending the shield hero would have zero effect, even supported by facts. This story so far has been a huge disappointment. So, for all you've done is make sure canon goes off without a hitch. It's so far just with differences with the bow hero. Why didn't you tell us so we could skip the first couple of chapters because they are already useless if you read Sword Hero? So far, all these chapters have done is curb my enthusiasm for the story. Damn, Dark Immortal killing these motherfuckers. Look, the people who need to die are the people who renounce their own sins. Fuck you. Space Battle's fucked up ads so bad. Bro, Space Battle's owned by a bunch of retards. Fuck off, Creative Cloud. I'm gonna uninstall Creative Cloud. Hold on. Fuck you, Creative Cloud. Piece of shit. Just randomly every 5 minutes. Fuck you. The fuck is Creative Cloud? Get that shit out. Uninstall. Space Battles is the home of retards. I mean, a few smart people, but mostly retards. I mean, at least it's not Reddit. Reddit sucks even more. Reddit's where you go to have your politics get flooded out and become a follower for a bunch of people who think, oh, we are communists. When in reality, they're not even socialists. They're just assholeish Democrats who think they're not Democrats. Like, what? They have the same views of a Democrat, they just say they're socialist. No, you're not. When you open a door, it goes both ways. Also, creative criticism. I'm pretty sure you... Dad's been in the hospital? Shame, bro. Hold on. Why is Adobe Creative Cloud taking so much of my CPU, bruh? What this shit, bruh? It's taking almost as much as Streamlabs. What the fuck? Logical. Anyways, I think that's gonna be the end of the stream here. The end of the event. It's been, hold on, how long has it been? It's been 2 hours. We went good. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the event. Have a nice day, everyone.